talking about this Kamala interview on Fox News, right? Let's dive into it.
Oh, absolutely.
It was less than 3 weeks before the election, and she's on Fox News.
Yeah, talk about a power move. Right. They're trying to reach across the aisle, but it's definitely risky.
Totally. And the fireworks started early on, especially around immigration.
Oh, yeah.
So they played this super emotional clip of a mother whose daughter was tragically killed by an undocumented immigrant. And Bret Baier, the Fox News anchor, he just flat out asks Harris if she'd apologize to families affected by these tragedies. It was intense.
Yeah, that's such a loaded question. It's like he's trying to box her in, It plays right into all those anxieties people have about immigration and border security.
Exactly, and it gets even spicier.
Oh, really?
Baier brings up Harris's stance on decriminalizing border crossings from back in 2019 and kind of implies that she's flip-flopped on the issue.
Oh, I see.
Trying to paint her as inconsistent.
Gotcha. So how'd she handle that?
Her response was interesting. She denies ever supporting decriminalization.
Okay.
And then she turns around and blames Trump for blocking a bipartisan border deal.
Classic deflection.
Right. It's like she's saying, don't look at me, look at him.
Exactly. So is she going to be able to shake off those accusations of inconsistency? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how voters interpret it, right?
Totally.
It's going to be fascinating to watch it all play out.
Now, speaking of hot-button issues that got everyone talking, let's talk about the whole transgender surgery thing.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Right. Like Baier just goes there. He even plays a Trump campaign ad attacking Harris's stance on taxpayer-funded gender reassignment surgery for prisoners.
Wow.
It was a lot.
That's such a complicated issue, right? And it brings up all these anxieties about government overreach and, social values, all that stuff.
And get this.
Yeah.
Harris fires back by saying that
Yeah.
these surgeries, they were already happening under the Trump administration.
Oh, no way.
Like, did nobody on his team do their research?
Seriously.
It was a real glass house moment.
I love it when they do that. It's like, hold up, you're going to criticize me for something you were already doing.
Exactly. You can't make this stuff up. It was a total gotcha moment. But okay, enough about that drama. Let's get to this soundbite everyone's buzzing about. Where Harris says her presidency would not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency.
Okay, spill the tea.
Right. Everyone's like, what does that even mean?
Seriously. Is she trying to distance herself from Biden? Maybe appeal to those voters who aren't thrilled with his performance?
Or is this just some strategic play to try to, create a little bit of separation without totally alienating Biden's base? It's a delicate dance.
Totally. It's like, how do you appeal to those voters who are like, things are on the wrong track?
Right. Those wrong track polls are definitely casting a shadow over everything.
Big time.
Yeah.
And let's be real, this was Fox News.
Exactly.
They weren't going to give her an easy ride,
Oh, absolutely. They went there. They even asked her if she thought Trump supporters were stupid for still supporting him.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
I know, right? Talk about a loaded question.
No kidding.
But I got to hand it to her. I actually thought she handled that one pretty well.
Yeah.
She emphasized that she would never talk down to voters and pointed out that it's Trump who uses that kind of language, that really divisive rhetoric.
Right.
She even brings up his whole enemy within thing, which is honestly kind of scary when you think about it.
It is a bit chilling. Like, he's pitting Americans against each other.
Totally.
So she kind of turned it around, reminded everyone of some of Trump's not-so-finest moments.
Sure.
Smart tactic, but again, will it resonate with voters? We'll have to wait and see.
It's such a tough line to walk, Appealing to those voters who might be ready for something new while not alienating the people who are already on board with Biden.
Yeah.
And did you notice how much she kept hammering that fresh ideas message?
Yeah. Oh, totally. It's like she's trying to thread a needle, right? Appeal to younger voters without scaring away older, more moderate Democrats. It's risky.
It's like she's saying, okay, boomer, without actually saying it.
Right. Like, time for a new generation. But it's interesting.
What's that?
They completely avoided talking about Biden's age, all those concerns people have been raising about his mental fitness. None of that came up.
You're right. It's like they were trying to pretend it doesn't exist.
Exactly. It's deliberate. They don't want to give those narratives any more oxygen. Sometimes even denying something just amplifies it.
So by not addressing it?
They're hoping to control the story, keep the focus on Harris and her vision, not on Biden's perceived vulnerabilities.
All about managing the message, right?
Absolutely. Stay on script, stick to the talking points, don't let those pesky distractions derail you. But let's not forget, this was just one interview. And it was on Fox News.
True, but you can't deny they have a huge audience.
Oh, massive. Especially among conservative-leaning voters, the undecided ones. This interview is going to be playing on a loop in those circles.
Sure.
And we both know how this game works. Sound bites, viral moments, those clips are going to be everywhere, probably twisted and taken out of context.
It's like a game of telephone, right?
Yeah.
The original message gets so distorted along the way.
Exactly. We can sit here and analyze her performance, but at the end of the day, it's the voters who decide what sticks with them, what resonates, what influences their vote. And with the election just weeks away.
Every single word matters.
Every single word. This election is far from over.
It's going to be a nail-biter, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. But, it's easy to get caught up in all the horse race stuff, the polls, the gaffes, all that drama.
Oh, tell me about it. Sometimes I feel like I'm watching a reality show.
Right. But we have to remember what's really at stake here. This isn't just entertainment.
Exactly. This is about the future of the country, real people's lives.
Absolutely. The direction our nation takes, the issues that really matter to everyday Americans, all of that is on the line.
You said it. It's so easy to get lost in all the political gossip, all the back and forth, and forget about the real-world implications.
Totally. So, next time you're scrolling through those headlines or watching these interviews, just take a step back for a second and ask yourself, what matters most to me? What kind of future do I want for myself, for my family, for my community?
Such a good point.
And then go out and vote accordingly.
Yes, 100%. Well, folks, there you have it. We've broken down the strategy. We analyzed those sound bites. We talked about the potential impact of this interview. But ultimately, the real decision rests with the voters.
Yeah.
Will this be a turning point in the election or just another blip on the radar?
Only time will tell.
That's the truth. It's going to be a wild ride to November. Thanks for diving in with us, everyone, and we'll see you next time.